friends, we are back for another episode of The Way of Wonder, and we are closing off the Advent season, just a couple weeks till Christmas here. I'm very excited to be with my dear friend and colleague, fellow apostle of beauty, Father Patrick Schultz. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hello, good friend. You are an apostle of beauty as well.
Hey, thanks. Maybe a disciple, you know.
Yeah, I'm the disciple. You're the apostle.
Oh, wow. Well, we're back, and we're hopefully joined by all of our many thousands or dozens of disciples who've been following our podcast. We don't care. We're just here for the fun.
It went from thousands to dozens.
You should lower your expectations. We have no expectations.
That's a good range.
We're just happy to share beauty. We're happy to share great art and many other things. And so welcome back to another episode. Now, I'm excited because I don't have to do anything but receive. It's Father Patrick's turn. We have volleyed to his side of the court. So what you got in this holy season? What do you got?
So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you an image, but not yet. Don't do it, Thomas, yet. We're going to put an image up here, and you're going to just drink it in for a moment. And then I've got a quote that, I think it goes well with it, and I think it'll be a good starting point for some good reflection. So if not, this will be a great short episode. But Thomas, image.
Ooh. Wow, this is this an O'Tanner, Henry O'Tanner?
No, this is Julius Garibaldi Melchers.
That is wow.
Or Gari Melchers.
I just unplugged my headphones.
Oh.
Okay, that wasn't stunned speechlessness. I literally tripped the wire of my headphones. But I am stunned and speechless. Okay.
Okay, so did you hear that? It's not a Henry O'Tanner?
Yeah, it's a garbanzo bean. I missed the whole title of the guy's name again. Say it.
Julius Garibaldi Melchers, but he also goes by Gari.
Oh,
Garibaldi.
I'll take Gary.
Yeah, Gari Melchers. He's an American artist from the 20th century.
Oh, wow.
So this is The Nativity by Gari Melchers.
I have never seen this. I don't have no recollection of ever seeing this, and it is beautiful. Can I start? You going to talk more, or can I start sharing?
Oh, yeah. Here's the quote. Here's the quote that we can go into. There can be no fruitfulness in the church. Nope. There can be fruitfulness in the church only when she has this character, when she becomes holy soil for the word. We must retrieve the symbol of the fruitful soil. We must once more become waiting, inwardly recollected people who, in the depth of prayer, longing, and faith, give the word room to grow. Of course, that's none other than Joseph Ratzinger. Let's go wherever the Spirit takes us. But I think
sure,
there's a lot to ponder here.
There sure as heck is. I mean, that's a wonderful quote for the season and for this image. Man, I love the. There's a real structure here. I'm seeing like a very it's almost like a triangle, the shape of the figures. Yeah. It's got like a real triangular composition and a weight to it, and yet also a light. There's a beautiful light. I mean, the light radiating out of Christ. That's pretty awesome, and it almost looks like it's Joseph's catching fire from that light. It looks like embers that are really powerful.
Exactly.
And it's landing differently on Mary. That's so interesting, the difference in the light refractions there.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I mean, your quote goes well because it's like this inwardly recollected waiting. I mean, Joseph just with his arms resting on his lap, and Mary, it's almost like they're waiting for a bus or a train or something. They're waiting, they're at the airport and they missed a flight. They're like, oh, okay, well, we're just going to crash here. So there's a sense of like, there's nothing else to do right now, but we're just going to just be here.
the end of that quote from Ratzinger where he says,
Wow. Mm.
uh, giving the word room to grow.
Yeah. Holy cow.
There's just something so powerful in that, considering the there was no room for them in the inn, is how the story goes, right? There was no room
Mm-hmm.
for the word. And here's this woman who gave room for the word to grow. And here's this man who gave room for her into his life to grow. There's
Yeah.
also this whole, I don't know, powerful symbolism as well, that you look at the color palette, right? It's all so earthy
Uh-huh.
um and who is that who's brilliantly lying in the center there, but the word himself, the seed who's come into the soil of humanity.
Mm.
And there he is.
It's almost like he's a oh, this is funny. I'm a Tolkien nerd, as you know. It's like the Silmarils are in that cradle there, like these jewels are just radiant and shining. Yeah, in a kind of abject, sort of stoic or barren place, there's just, you stumble on this pot of gold, literally. I mean, visually, that's what you see. You just see something that you can't not look towards, right? You have to say, what is this? It's like Moses before the burning bush. Like, I need to go and look at this. And there he is. Can we zoom in on the cradle or the Christ child there? Is it possible to get closer to him? Oh, wow. Thank you, Thomas. Wow. Wow, the hay is like literally made from gold.
Yeah. And look at the
Oh,
placement of the lantern right there.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. It's sort of it's one of those moments, because it's interesting when you see images or paintings of the Christ child and there is this sort of he's literally glowing, and you think like, is he letting his divinity overwhelm his humanity? But this is a subtle, yes, and or it could be the lantern or both.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wow.
There's a real mood, I feel like, in this painting. Thomas, can you zoom back out to the full image?
Yeah, it does have a mood. Do you know the paintings of Hopper, 20th century painter, American painter? There's a little feel of Hopper, because he's got those sort of almost empty, barren spaces, barns, houses, street corners where it looks really quiet. There's not a lot of bustle, not a lot of hustle, not a lot of people around, and it gives you room to grow, so to speak. Back to the quote. So you've got space. You can feel quiet too. If you look at a Hopper painting and you look at this painting, it's quiet.
What strikes me is it looks like something hard, like you just got through something hard. Something hard just happened.
Yeah.
And it's like how I feel like as a priest after all the masses are done Christmas Day, and I can go home, or I can go back into the rectory for just a few moments and just whew.
It is finished.
There's something about like that her feet aren't covered up that really gets me, like there was just so much exhaustion.
Yeah.
And he just fell asleep right there, and there's Joseph, like no doubt also exhausted.
Yes.
But as this kind of goes back to some of the stuff we've talked about with masculinity and femininity, there's a sentinel quality about him. There's a protectiveness.
Yes. Yeah, you feel that in him. In his, he's almost like a wall for her to lean on. He's the fortress or the wall. If there's an open space, he's between that space where a threat could come and her. So he's her. He's her fortress and her gate. Mary, I love the feet. Oh, they're beautiful. And she's just tuckered out. She's just resting. Yeah, they've just accomplished something, and God has accomplished something in and through them. And now it's like that moment where you've got to, hardest part's over, so to speak. We have a place to be sheltered. Now Joseph is like, making a holy hour. Now he's like, I'm going to enter into this mystery. As Mary rests, I'm going to be the sentinel, awaiting the dawn, and the dawn has just happened. It's right at my feet. Literally, it's Christ. And I'm going to just ponder.
adoration. This is adoration.
Yeah, it is adoration, right?
And the like I think about like we talk about how in the mystery of Christmas, the mystery of the incarnation, the light of the world comes into the darkness of the world. John's gospel, his prologue.
Mm-hmm.
And what does it look like when the light of the world comes into the world? Well, it's not like one of those big, like Hollywood movie premieres, searching spotlights, 10 million candle power.
Yeah, right.
Like it's like look at what it looks like. It's like a single candle flame. Like it's a flickering little flame. It's also why I think Christmas lights are so beautiful. Like they're just individual small little flames, individual small little lights. He's just like a Christmas light, like the first Christmas light.
Yep. The first Christmas light. I love it. And you could walk by it, right? You imagine a figure at that doorway in the left top corner. Someone could walk by and say, oh, there's a guy and there's some feet and there's a lantern with a little light. Not knowing, like, literally the light of the world is right behind that lantern. You can miss it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
What also just strikes me too with this is just how, like, I think about Joseph's, like, what's happening in Joseph's mind right now. Like, is he thinking, like, I can't believe this is where this happened. This was so not what I was picturing. This is not what I anticipated. It's like the chaos is over, like they finally settled into this place, and it's just so not ideal. It's so not a palace. It's so not comfortable. There's not even a door. There. It's just open, and what cold breeze is blowing in there, and
wow.
Like it's just cool, and I just think about, like, we're still in Advent and people are prepping for Christmas, and it's like this is what Christmas looked like.
Yep.
Like it just didn't have perfect table settings. It wasn't perfect.
Not remotely. Quite the opposite.
Yeah.
This is chaos. In a certain sense. It's like it's chaotic. It's we're on the run, and this'll do. Right? But when people are preparing for Christmas and these celebrations, that's the last thing I want to hear. Like, not this'll do, but no, this is what I've controlled and created and spent a lot of money or time on. But for Joseph, imagine, letting go. He might have had expectations. He might have had a plan. Like, I thought we were going to get a little further where I know a guy and we could have, right? But he had to let go of all that and just, okay. It's tremendous to think about how much he had to let go of.
Yeah.
How much he had to surrender.
Making room. He had to make so much room.
Yeah. I love this painting. Great pick. Wow. Gary. Thanks, Gari. That's the
Gary Melchers.
Gary Melchers. 20th century painter.
Garibaldi Julius Melchers. Went by Gary. His friends called him Gary.
Well, we're friends with him now. Love it. Love the palette. Love the colors. Love them.
Let me read the Ratzinger quote one more time.
Yeah, let's do it. It's a very beautiful quote.
To bring it back around. There can be fruitfulness in the church only when she has this character, when she becomes holy soil for the word. We must retrieve the symbol of the fruitful soil. We must once more become waiting, inwardly recollected people who in the depth of prayer and longing and faith give the word room to grow.
Thank you. I'm ready. I'm ready to make room. That's the call.
Yeah.
I love that we're dropping this in these final, week and a half or so before Christmas, because I'm not going to talk about the Christmas shopping, but I really haven't. I'm a dude. I haven't started yet. That's a generalization, but I've done a couple things, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to leave room for the word to grow. This is really a good meditation, and a great image. This is it. You can relax a little bit. You know, this great thing has been accomplished. And all you have to do is what Mary and Joseph are doing now. Just let him be and be present, be attentive to him. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks, Father Pat.
Good stuff. You're welcome.
Well, we hope that you're enjoying these feasts for the eyes, and hopefully through the words and quotes we're choosing, feast for the heart, right? These meditations. I'm just enriched, and I'm praising God for it. Throw down in the comment section, everybody watching, just something that's stirred in you. We love to hear your feedback, just to know how things are landing in your heart, the soil of your heart. And again, if you enjoy it, like this video, share this video with people, and again, subscribe to the Institute channel here so you can tune in every Tuesday with us for the Way of Wonder. Thanks again, Father Pat. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Bill.
All right. God bless everybody.